you about a girl who know she is my baby and she lives next door. Every morning before the sun comes up, she brings my coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know, yes I know.
So a group of 6 of us from the Leeds Scholars Program decided to organize an outreach spring break trip based upon food insecurity. We looked specifically at the issues of accessibility, affordability, and awareness of healthy food.
After researching various programs, we decided to travel to New Orleans, Louisiana. Hey, we're here at Propeller to meet with Caroline and Kyler to hear more about Propeller, which is an incubator that's a nonprofit that supports entrepreneurs in order to alleviate inequalities. So we're going to find out specifically more about how their food programs address these.
And Propeller's organization-wide strategy and vision is to build a critical mass of entrepreneurs to dismantle systems of oppression, and we've identified food as a key way to do that. I think Louisiana is an interesting place for food businesses, and now we're finding, in the growth stages that it's harder to really scale in Louisiana and become a nationally recognized brand. So we're working with a couple different food products right now that are looking into the best way to do that, and a lot of it is outsourcing outside of Louisiana.
Our first stop was Propeller, where we learned about the importance of supporting entrepreneurs of color and entrepreneurs who are looking to invoke social change.
Then we were absolutely starving after our long day of travel, so we made our first New Orleans fast food stop at Raising Cane's.
I want you to go with me everywhere I go. Do everything I do, that's how much I love you. I want you to be with me every time I play. When I'm sad or when I'm gay, that's how much I love you.
Today we've had a really fun time exploring New Orleans culture. We feel really fortunate to use this first weekend to do that, since a lot of the places we're visiting are only open on weekdays. So we've just been walking around the French Quarter here. We had an authentic Louisianan lunch, and yeah, we're having a blast.
So we're here at Phyllis Wheatley Elementary School to volunteer with Edible Schoolyards. Edible Schoolyards is an organization in New Orleans that really changes the way that students eat, learn, and live throughout their lives by creating healthy connections through food and integrating a connection of organic gardening into the school curriculum. We're here today to work with a class of elementary students and garden with them, and we're very excited to do so.
Whatever you do, do it good. whatever you do, Lord, Lord. When the night has come.
So when half of us were volunteering with Edible Schoolyards with building the garden, what did you guys talk about with Emily?
So she kind of drove us around. We went to go help her with benches, unloading those, and then filling up her truck with wheelbarrows. We went to another school called, what was that school called again?
Langston Hughes.
Oh, Langston Hughes, which was another charter school.
One of the main purposes of the program is to start having them make healthy connections with food at a really young age, and not only them but their families, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because then it kind of changes the attitude maybe of the whole family rather than just a child. And I think that there's a lot of value in not only educating the students about it but their families too. Which is
Undercooked.
so. We're here in the Central Business District of New Orleans, and we are here to meet with the New Orleans Health Department. We will be meeting specifically with Catherine Kane, who is the Manager of Strategic Performance and Partnerships. And we will be having about a 1-hour interview with her, just getting to know what the government does to support their community, specifically with health initiatives.
You know, your health, you hear a lot about your health is determined by your zip code. It's true. There's certain areas, certain zip codes where there's concentrated poverty. And these are locations that, they might not have a grocery store right there. They don't necessarily have a farmer's market right there. They may not have as good access to transportation. That's why, from a public health perspective, we have to look at all that and say, okay, when we're looking at, so we have a Healthy Corner Store initiative now with the city, so we're looking at, okay, where is the need for these fresh fruits and vegetables? How can we incorporate that into what the resources are in these, certain communities?
This is a very important neighborhood that has been incredibly disinvested in for decades and decades. Actually, the mortality rates are 20 years. The gaps are 20 years different. So this side on Broad Street with Treme, it's about 55 years old. And on the other side of Broad in Mid-City, in some of the zip codes further up, it's 75 years old. So that's some of the biggest health disparities in the whole country. Resources were not concentrated here, and they were in lots of other neighborhoods. So we've got disparities that are related to race, which means it's health inequity and structural racism. We're trying to fix it. It's a big task.
Really cool how every single visit that we've gone to has talked about the other one. It was just it's super cool to see that this whole city is kind of working together on all these food initiatives, and it's not just an individual organization doing something by themselves. They're all trying to make this place a better place.
My name is Sean. I'm head crew leader and farm fellow here at Grow That. Our mission is to nurture our diverse group of young leaders through the meaningful work of growing food, and I've been here for 4 years, and ways that we do that here is by cultivating our young people in many different workshops, learning about worker rights, learning about food justice, and also teaching them about safety within the environment. And we also learn by cultivating our crops here, so we learn about sustainable farming and the negative impacts of industrial farming. And also, we try our best to always keep our space clean, safe, and enjoyable for everybody.
We're about to get in an Uber to go to Revolution Foods. Before that, we're going to have some lunch, but sadly we have to say goodbye to our beloved team member, Kashalta. Bye, Kashalta. Should we all sing her going away song? Never say goodbye, Kashalta.
Goodbye.
Always Kashalta.
So we wanted to get fresh vegetables, fresh fruit to kids. And then we said, well, wait a minute, what if we just don't stop there? What if we go into poor, the lowest possible place that kids, we want those kids to have the same advantages as other kids. And so they decided they were going to build their facilities in neighborhoods that are poor, and so that we can employ those workers. We tried to go to schools that aren't just charter schools. In rich neighborhoods, we want to go to schools where we can get kids fresh vegetables and fresh fruits daily. So that's kind of what was the start of Rep Foods.
Started out small. They were making meals for their own kids and a couple of their friends, and then other kids' parents heard about these meals, said, "Oh, if I give you some money, you make meals sometimes. My kid would love to have a meal like that." And then they realized, ding, ding, ding. Well, this is bigger than us.
Alternative music. I'm listening to Diana. He's listening to something else.
It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone,
My best friend
it's not unusual to see me
really
cry.
cool. He almost ate my finger.
It's not unusual to go out at any time. But when I see you out and about, it's such a crime. If you should ever wanna be loved by anyone, it's not unusual.
I just really want to drive home one more time. We are so grateful for this opportunity that we had together as a group. It was an invaluable learning opportunity, and if you're interested in learning more about what we experienced, we'll be posting information all over our blog. Thank you.